Hi everyone, it's Al reporting in again. Tomorrow will be my 3-week surgiversary, as I've heard it called on YouTube. Had my appointment with Dr. Anush this morning for the 3-week follow-up, and I am still drinking my tea. Warm tea is, I find, still the easiest way to be able to get the 64 ounces of fluid into you every day, or at least try to get as close as possible to that. Drinking pure water, I found just, it's so difficult to get that fluid down. So let's go over the numbers. 3 weeks post-op. From the beginning, including the induction diet, I've lost 40 pounds since the beginning of January. It is now February 5th. And since the surgery, I have lost 17 pounds. I was 245 pounds at the surgery, and I'm now down to 228 pounds. So doing really, really well weight-wise and feeling really good. The incisions healed really, really well. I've had no pain whatsoever, except for when I tried to play, I played darts. I am in a dart league and played them the Wednesday, 1 week after my surgery, which was a mistake because from all the standing and sitting completely upright, which you really don't do at home if you have like a Barco lounge or lounge chair that you can lean back in. Felt a lot of pressure, a little burning on the incisions, and that was the only time in the past 3 weeks that I've had any discomfort with the incisions whatsoever. Maybe it's unique just to me, or maybe it's just unique to the procedure and the placement of the incisions that Dr. Anush does, that I've had so little pain related to the incisions. So that went really, really well. Physically, feel great. One of the things when you you start the full liquids, you can start doing the protein, and that makes a huge difference in terms of your energy level and things like that. One of the things I found is that things are much sweeter than they ever were before. I had bought this big package of protein shakes, 100% whey protein at Costco, and it tasted delicious. After surgery, or once I was able to go on the full liquids, it was too sweet. I can't even stomach the stuff. So a friend of mine that does a lot of working out recommended a protein shake. It's called Synthra 6. You can get it at GNC. It's got 22 grams of protein in a single scoop. Now, a lot of these protein things you need 2 scoops to get about 22 grams or more protein. So you mix that with about 8 ounces of milk, and you've got 30 grams of protein in a single drink. The interesting thing is it has 3 grams of dietary fiber. That's the equivalent of 6 Citracel tablets a day. So I noticed that once I changed the protein, bowel movements became a lot better because there wasn't really anything to bind you up because you're doing liquids. Or even the pureed stuff. So there wasn't a lot of stuff in there to bind you up. You really can't eat full fruits yet, like apples. And the nice thing is it's not as sweet as some of the other 100% whey protein shakes that I've tried. And they've got flavors like banana, strawberry, mochaccino, and chocolate milkshake. So they're not as sweet. It's a lot easier to drink. And you want to try to get 80 grams of protein a day. So you can do it between a couple of shakes. I found that the Dannon Light and Fit yogurt, it's brand new. They have the Greek style yogurt, has 12 grams of protein. So 2 shakes in this, you're now up to 72. Have another glass of skim milk, and you've got your 80 ounces, your 80 grams of protein for the day. And it just gives you so much more energy having that protein in your body. One of the things I noticed that after the first week is the burping and stuff continued, so you still have a lot of burping. That continues basically through the entire second week post-op. I've noticed in the third week significantly less and now almost non-existent. I'll notice sometimes after eating that I may have more burping, but I found there was a lot more prevalent anytime during the day in the first couple of weeks. So that definitely goes away. And makes it a little bit more comfortable for you, especially being around other people, because let's face it, burping is, I don't want to say disgusting, but, what can I say about it? One of the things you'll notice now that I'm on the pureed, you go on pureed, at least I did after 2 weeks, is you really have to take your time eating. You just can't eat the way you normally do. I find that a good healthy portion for me, whether it's egg salad or tuna fish, or like I've done, what do you call it, a calzone, and then scoop the ricotta and the mozzarella cheese out of it with the sauce, like an ice cream scoop size portion, makes me feel really, really content. You'll also notice that when you overdo it, when you eat too much, you almost feel like you can regurgitate it. That's only happened to me once, where I ate way too much egg salad, felt very uncomfortable, felt a little nauseous. They give you nausea pills when you come home from the hospital. It's the only time I've had to use it was the middle of last week. And I took the pill, took a walk around the block, and felt fine. It was just too much food at the same time. So you get to a point where you feel content, and you're going to feel the urge to want to go beyond it. The swallowing will get a little harder, and that's when you know to stop. At least that's the way my body signals to me that it's time to stop. The other thing you can notice is head hunger. I may have mentioned this in the past, but I've noticed it more now that I'm on the pureed foods and I'm sitting down at the table with everyone, because before I just have a cup of soup or something like that for dinner. So the pureed soups, or the head hunger, you just you smell the foods that your family's eating, you're looking at the foods, and you're like, oh, I want that, even though you know that your stomach could never ever tolerate it, because it's just too much too soon. So that's something you just kind of have to live with, and avoid trying to cheat. You don't want to cheat. You want to make sure that you stay on this as legally as humanly possible, because you don't want to thwart any of your efforts through this recovery. You want to make sure your stomach is able to gradually expand from the liquids to the full liquids to the pureed to the soft full foods, so it can gradually expand without causing any injury to yourself. So that's why the things there, the rules are kind of there, and that kind of the procedure. And you'll find that you don't feel the hunger like you used to do, so it's not so bad. But the head hunger is real. You smell the foods and you just want it. So you just have to kind of, hey, it's only 4 weeks, and then you can start eating that in a more pureed kind of form, I guess. Just mush it up a little more, make sure it's soft and moist and not dry or anything like that. So that's basically it. I'm going to do one more of these reports, I think at 1 month out. And then hopefully I'll see you guys at the support group meetings, because I just wanted to provide a number of videos so you can kind of know what to expect, at least from my perspective. I've had a very, very good recovery. Maybe not everyone will have the same identical recovery, but the practice is very, very cautious and wants to make sure that you make that full recovery and that you don't rush things. So I really appreciate that as I try to go forward with this. So I will talk to you in about a week, and wish you best of luck in whatever you choose to do. Thanks.